Hi guys, welcome back to Amplify episode 4. In the next episode, we're gonna talk to someone who is really inspiring. She is not only trying to change the world, she is actually changing it. 4 years ago, I was just walking through the city center of Brussels, and then I saw everyone queuing somewhere, and I decided to queue with them, of course. And then apparently it was Brussels Vegan Festival. I never knew that there were so many vegan substitutes for dairy even. So that was something interesting to me. And right now I am shocked because I got to interview the person who has never done any interviews. So you are the first actually who will be hearing from her, how she started, how she managed the project. So without further ado, Leonoor from Vegan Brussels.
I can, so all good. Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you? Nice to speak to
Good.
you.
I'm trying to wear some shiny colors today because it's pretty depressing here in Belgium. And
I'm,
you're in Portugal, right?
I'm in Lisbon, yeah, it's a lot better here, so I'm happy. But yeah,
I can
it helps to put some bright colors on. Here the weather is
yeah.
quite fine. Is it not too busy around or?
It's
do you-
okay. I mean we hear your voice pretty fine, so yeah, there is
Okay.
some background noise. I'm gonna try and clean it up a bit. So tell me about yourself because I know you from Instagram because you have the project which is called Vegan Brussels.
Yeah, that's right.
And I wanted to give a bit more visibility to people I know from Instagram in 2021. So that's why I'm having this show called Amplify. Try to make a bit stronger the statement of people who are trying to do something with their life and trying to change something. Like this, they can also inspire others.
That's amazing. I really love the concept. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm also trying to do, yeah. So,
That's pretty interesting. So let's talk about you. Where are you from? Your name is Leonor, right?
yes. So I'm from Belgium. I was born in Brussels. My parents are Dutch.
Mhm.
So I grew up, yeah, living in Brussels, but speaking mostly Dutch. Um, yeah, I studied architecture, so
Oh,
yeah, and I lived in Spain for about 4 years. So now I speak Dutch, French, and Spanish, and English, of course. Yeah, and
yeah.
when I was in Madrid, I went vegan, and right, actually there were a lot of vegan restaurants and a lot of things happening on the scene, a lot of people doing activism. And then I came to Brussels and I realized it wasn't the case at all. You know, it was really hard to find vegan options in restaurants around Brussels. They didn't know what you were talking about when you would ask. This is like 4 or 5 years ago, so it's changed a lot
I mean,
since then.
I think I think you did the whole vegan revolution in Brussels. So, so
I
really, it's
like
amazing. So,
I like to think so. Yeah, we did it was hard at beginning. You know, I really started knocking at restaurants' doors and just asking, would you feel like putting some vegan options on your menu? At first, they really didn't see the value or the interest of it. And then slowly, yeah, it's really started moving up, and now it's much more common and much more easy to find vegan places. So it's really good.
how did you? Why did you decide to go vegan?
So I used to be a vegetarian. My mom actually went vegetarian in the 80s, and so yeah, as a kid growing up, it was actually really normal for us to eat mostly plant-based. I went to a Steiner school, so a bit of an alternative primary school, and there as well, it was very common, very normal. And already, I love the fact that my mom really changed the image. So my mom is like all dressed in black, high heels, so like not at all the stereotype that people had in that time of vegetarians. So I really enjoyed that. And then a couple of years ago, I had a friend who had like really bad eczema. So her skin was really problematic. And she found out that she was allergic to milk.
Wow.
And she solved, actually, yeah, she really like was able to control it and get rid of it by cutting out dairy. And that was the first time it kind of started me thinking like it doesn't really make sense that we drink milk from other animals. It started like ticking in my head, and even being a vegetarian all those years, I never really put one and one together. And
Mhm.
so I just started for me as like a challenge. I said, I'll quit dairy and cheese for like a month, and I really enjoyed it. I like felt much more energetic. I don't know. It's like even that small change, because I wasn't a big, it wasn't a big change for me. It just really changed my how I felt about my body. Like I became a morning person, which was something very rare.
Wow.
So yeah. So I really enjoyed it, and then I started looking more into it. Like, why are people doing this? What is the movement about? And it took me, I think, one video to see like a mom running behind her baby calf. You know, like in how they're treated in the dairy industry. And it just I went full vegan. I was like, not another day, not another drop of milk. And I became, so it's like it kind of grew on me, you know. I kind of had to first go vegan and then became really motivated by the reasons behind it. Also being in architecture and really enjoying like sustainability and all that approach really called to me. And so yeah, and then quickly I inspired my mom and my sister to go vegan as well, and then it kind of started, you know, growing from there. And I just felt right away that I also wanted to do something with it and yeah, have an impact of some kind. And so that's why I launched Vegan Brussels. And
You
I'm yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you are from Belgium, and in Belgium you've got lots of different cheese. I mean, this is crazy because I'm from Ukraine and I live in Belgium since 2014. And whenever I go just pass by a cheese fromagerie,
Yeah,
I just cannot. I must go in and I must buy some cheese because I love it so much, really.
yeah.
What spice do you have? Yeah.
We're really like squeezed in between Holland, where it's also a very big cheese culture, and France, which is the same.
Yeah.
And that was actually for me the biggest or the hardest thing to let go of was the cheese. But I feel like, yeah, when you have like the reason behind it, yeah, like, I don't see the product anymore. I really see the process behind it and what a cruel industry it is. That for me is like the biggest motivator to say, you know, I don't really crave it anymore. And also your body gets used to it very quickly, I find. I thought it was going to be much more harder, and then yeah, actually after a while you don't really miss it anymore. It actually happens when like if I eat like a cookie or something and there's butter in it, I like immediately notice, and I don't really like the taste anymore. Whereas before going vegan, I would enjoy those cookies a lot.
Do you have the same opinion about the cheeseries, which are the cheesemakers that are artisanal? Do you
I,
kind of think that there is also a cruel process behind it?
yeah, I think it's always the same thing. Like the mother cow has to be pregnant for her to produce milk, and then in any industry, even a small farm, at some point they're going to take the kid away. It might be later in the process, but it's going to be at some point. Um, I'm not like against those people. I think it's good that there are options that people can kind of find their way into it. But I feel like truly, if you listen to like what's right, we wouldn't do
Mhm,
that to another animal. You know, we wouldn't, yeah, take away the
mhm.
baby, or we wouldn't. It's also such a personal process. I feel like
Yeah,
drinking that mother milk, it's something so intimate, and just like us getting in between there, I find it, yeah, just not morally correct. And then I also don't think it's healthy. You know,
mhm.
the cow milk is made for baby cows. Like it's very simple. Like we wouldn't drink giraffe milk, we wouldn't drink any other milk, and we just think that it's normal because we grew up thinking that way.
That's what I heard as well. That cow milk is made for cows and it's not made for humans. So that's why a lot of people have different allergies. And my one of my best friends, he recently cut off the dairy and his skin really lightened up and cleaned up, and he's
Uh,
very happy about it.
yeah, I think skin issues, hormonal issues, because you know it's a pregnant
Yeah.
cow, so she's producing a lot of hormones, and then the purpose of this milk is to get a little baby cow in like 6 months to a big Taurus, like to a big cow, you know, like a big.
Mhm.
So, so I really don't see the purpose for us of drinking that all our lives, you know.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about vegan Brussels. How did it start? Once you returned from Spain, what was the first thing you've done?
So we first set it up. So I had a friend who was a chef, and so we approached restaurants and we basically asked, yeah, if it's okay if we organize a pop-up event here. So we take over the restaurant, we change your menu, and we make it completely vegan, and then we invite our community to come and try it out. And so actually, yeah, the enthusiasm was very big on like the vegan part. So they were like, yes, finally we can get a platform, or we can get somewhere to eat. For the restaurant side, it was more difficult. Like they were kind of hesitant. They didn't really see the purpose. We did a lot of really successful events though, like it quickly caught on. And so we just started connecting, like contacting restaurants and placing vegan options on their menu. And it went from like traditional Belgian cuisine to doing pop-ups in like more gastronomic restaurants. We did pies and cakes in coffee places. So we really like tried to vary it as much as possible. And the support was just really great. It quickly turned into an online community where people started sharing vegan tips in Brussels and everything. And that gave us the platform, because if I could knock at a restaurant's door and be like, I have 1,000 people following me and they want to come and eat at your restaurant, that's for them, that's a big step to take, you know. And then after a year or two, just kind of hearing what needed to happen in Brussels and what people were looking for, the idea came to do the vegan festival. And so kind of like on accident, I guess, on my own, I started organizing. I was thinking like a little corner street, you know, with like 2 food trucks and just like having people by stopping and eating some vegan food. And then I posted the event online and it became like, I think in a week I had like 20,000 people interested. So it really blew up and it was fantastic. You know, I was really happy that there was such enthusiasm. But for me, it was like I kind of rolled into it. So I had to reschedule the whole thing. I had to find a new location, find a lot of vendors, find a bar and a DJ and everything. Yeah. But that was like
crazy.
One of the best days of my life. Like it really blew up. It was an amazing day weather-wise in Brussels, which is also rare. And I think we had about 10,000 people. So that's like a really big accomplishment, you know? And I really loved that people were just walking. Yeah, the first one.
When was it the first one?
3 years ago, so 2017, I think.
17. Then I think I went to the second one and the third one. The 17, I don't think I was there yet.
Yeah.
I mean, not on the festival. Yeah, I also visited the festival, and I thought that there is a huge, you know, team of 100 people behind it. And then I was pretty surprised when I saw you on Instagram, like, hi, I'm organizing actually. It's just me. And I was like, I have to get and talk to this girl. I mean, what is she doing? I mean, this is crazy. You seriously did a revolution that I went for. I go now to the supermarkets, and when I see some, I go, okay, I'm gonna take probably the vegan option or things like that.
I'm happy to hear. Yeah. I think if you just believe in it enough, and I mean, I was really lucky. I had a really nice team of volunteers the first year. Like, it's also the support of everyone around that makes it possible. I realized that. And I think my plan for 2021 is to build a bigger team around it, because if I can accomplish this on my own, I feel like there's so much more potential if I get other people involved.
Do you have already some ideas what you want to do in 2021?
Yes. So for sure, I want to do the festival again. We even did it this year, which I was really
I've been there this year. Yeah,
surprised
I had
about.
to register online. I had to register online. I could get, I think, up to 2 tickets or something, and then we just had to scan it in masks and everything. It was pretty safety-wise. It was okay. It's just when you sit down at the tables already, you're just next to the others, and safety is somewhere in the back. But that was the general safety rule at the time, I think.
Yeah. And this we had to organize like a week in advance. The police let me know that these were all the measures that I had to take. So that was quite an accomplishment. But I feel like it was necessary. Like the year was so rough and on everyone. This was like a moment where, like, come on, we need something to live for and still be motivated by something. And I really enjoyed that I saw people coming together and kind of forgetting about everything that's going on. And so I want to do that again. And then I also want to launch myself as like a vegan business coach. So I've been already this year kind of helping behind the scenes other vegan entrepreneurs to grow their business, because a lot of them have had a tough year and they're struggling financially. And I feel like I just want to help them to kind of reinvent their business model or find new strategies to sell their products online, or we have to adapt to this new situation, and that's what I want to help them with. And then with Vegan Brussels, I want to really showcase more of what I do behind the scenes. Also make it more personal, make it more about like my journey as well as an entrepreneur, as someone who starts something, and hopefully, like you said, inspire others to do the same. I think you can start a small project in your town or in your community and get people to enjoy vegan food and like this, like make them discover new things.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you can do a vegan festival in Brussels, why not to do it all over Flanders or all over Wallonia or all over
Exactly.
Europe? When you take a festival and you go somewhere, it's a good idea to promote the lifestyle and to get people know what it is. It's like gay pride, but for
Fun,
for
yeah,
animals. So yeah.
for sure, for sure. I love it.
Tell me about your. Do you have any favorite vegan brands actually?
Brands?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. In Brussels, I'm a really big fan of Liu. They know,
Leoline.
yeah.
I will check
It's
them
a
out.
it's a Taiwanese place run by two sisters. It's a very tiny restaurant, and I feel like yeah, they do a really good job at like not portraying themselves as very vegan. You know, it's like it doesn't say vegan on the outside. It just to get people in and enjoy the food without really realizing. But then again, they're very open about their values. So they really say, yeah, we have a no meat menu. This is what we stand for. So I really like that combination, and the food is just delicious. Like I've ordered it almost every week the past couple of months because they do like a takeaway menu. I really like the vegan butcher. I feel like there's a couple. Yeah, it's Federica and Benoit, and they
Mhm.
started I think this year or maybe a bit before doing sort of a catering service with meat like products, let's say,
Mhm.
and they're really growing very quickly. I think they have the great communication as well and great values behind it. They have an amazing drive, like a lot of energy. So that's really nice to see, and also that they kind of dream bigger. They're now planning to go into supermarkets with their products and everything. So they're really seeing it as a business, and I think that's important in the vegan community.
Mhm. And do you? Let's talk about your daily routine. What do you do usually every day?
So I'm a full-time architect. I'm
Oh,
working.
wow.
Yeah, right now I'm working from home. I I I start my day with like a priming exercise, some kind of meditation, some kind of workout. I do a lot of yoga and Pilates or some kind of high intensity training. I really feel like the mind and the body are connected, so you have to like start your day off well. And then yeah, I'm doing my architecture job. So either I'm working at home behind the computer, or like I'm on a construction site. And then I plan like my Zoom calls with vegan clients, like with other entrepreneurs or with restaurants to see how I can help them. So yeah, that's kind of my life.
This
Right.
is crazy. I mean, you have your day job and then you have a huge project. I mean, some people cannot even manage, their day job because I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. And then I talk to, you and you're managing so many things,
Yeah.
also taking over the world with veganism. It's like, this is crazy, seriously. This is
Mm-mm.
very, very inspiring, extremely. And
Thank
that's
you.
one of the reasons why I like this show, because I see that a lot of people, they think about the others that okay, somebody is happy because they get to do what they really like, but they don't think that behind there is so much time consumed, and they also have another job. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And where
It,
do you take the inspiration and the energy from?
yeah, I think because I'm so mission driven, I'm so inspired by yeah, making the world a better place, about having people discover veganism and about making that impact on the world, that it just comes naturally. Like it's a yeah, it's a, how to say a part of me. I don't have to really think about it. I'm really inspired when I see other vegan entrepreneurs, other bigger brands, or activists, and how they fight for animals every day. I think that's something that really drives me. And yeah, I feel like that reason why the end result that I want to see happen in the world, it's just a call, a wake up call every day. That I'm like, okay, I want to present veganism in a good way today, and hopefully get some people inspired to change their habits. I think that's the main motivation.
Yeah, nice, nice. And do are you planning to learn anything new? I mean, you know already so many things. You have a main job, then you do the vegan stuff. Are you planning to learn something new? Maybe even for your vegan business.
Yeah, for the vegan business, for me, it's this year is going to be really about executing on my ideas. So a lot of the times I have like new ideas popping up in my head, and I really want to dedicate myself to follow up on them. There's also a big part of me of like presenting myself. Often I'm just behind that kind of
Yeah.
behind the image of vegan Brussels, kind of anonymous. So I really want to have that happen, and then I just want to really take my experience and show and guide others to do the same thing. So I think that's kind of part of my process now is to share it with others, so share information and start teaching as well.
For your project Vegan Brussels, did you have to learn a lot of new skills?
I feel like social media and event organization, like all those things, but I kind of learned along the way. One of the big things I tell people is like, don't wait until you're ready. Don't wait until you have everything mastered and figured out. It's like, no, just start. And there's a lot of growth and learning that can happen on the way. Like you don't have to have everything figured out before you start. And I just see how much I've grown. I remember my first website was very different from the website that we have now. My first posts were very different than the ones that are now, but just that getting that momentum and getting going, I think that's the biggest step. Yeah.
What advice do you have for somebody who wants to try going vegan?
It really depends on everyone, like where they come from. But I'm very much about taking a first step, like changing one dairy, like one product in your, one kind of yogurt or one kind of milk, like having some oat milk in your coffee, for example, could be a first step to kind of getting used to the idea. Or trying one evening per week, or like trying one new dish. I think it's really about putting that first step and seeing how it can improve your life. How you can enjoy it, how you can make it better. I would also say not be too tough on yourself. If at first you kind of mess up sometimes or you miss a thing, like it's not about being perfect. We don't need everyone in the world to be perfect vegans. We just need a lot of people to try as much as they can. And so instead of focusing on that one time where you don't do it, or if you're around, maybe you're traveling and you don't know where to find vegan food, like don't focus on that. Focus on everything you can do, and enjoy it. For me, it was such a fun and enjoyable ride, to discover new products, new ways of cooking, new cuisines that I don't really see it as a loss. I don't see it as a challenge. I see it as something that has enriched my life.
What is your favorite vegan dish?
I really love Asian food. So I really love curries or noodle soups. And I feel like the way they use spices is just very, very inspiring. They don't even, it doesn't need to be like a meat replacement or something, it's just tasty on its own. So I make a lot of curries at home, and it sounds very easy, it's you make some rice, and then you just I throw a lot of vegetables in a wok, and then some sauce, and it's just a tasty, hearty dish.
And do you try? I mean, do you like all those vegan burgers? I see them pretty often everywhere in super.
I'm not a big fan. I don't need that. The ones that actually look or taste the most like meat, I don't really like them because I just don't have that habit. But I think it's really important that they exist. I'm happy that they're there, for people to kind of make that first step or get used to veganism, or if they find it hard to be vegan, and they can still enjoy their favorite foods. I think it's great that there's options and that we just show people that you don't have to miss anything. You can still have a lot of variety and a lot of tasty things. So I don't eat them often myself, but I'm happy that they're there,
Yeah, I heard a funny thing. One of my friend who is vegan as well, she said, "I don't need a burger to taste like meat because I don't like meat. So, so it's why would I want to have a burger if I don't like meat? A burger that tastes like meat." I mean, so that was funny. Okay, I'm extremely thankful for you to having this time and coming and discussing the whole concept and lifestyle. Uh, who do you want to amplify? I would like to contact somebody from your friends. Maybe there is a friend of yours who has a new project, and I would like to interview that person.
I already talked about Federica from Vegan Butcher. I think she's an amazing, inspiring woman. I think she's got a lot of plans for 2021. So I think it could be really nice if you have a talk with her. Yeah, and
Yeah,
she
I'll
can
do that.
yes,
Yeah.
she can make you some
I mean,
tasty food as well. So
yeah. Also, because it's Brussels, I have for the community, also interesting to know. I do something for my Ukrainian community. I do something for my Belgian community. So it's kind of it's gonna be interesting to know.
that's nice.
I have a question. Where can we find you?
So it's veganbrussels.com, and on all social media it's vegan Brussels. And then my personal page is Leonoor. So as well, you can find me on Facebook or on Instagram. Um, yeah, and I love to connect with people. I love to hear what they want to see next in Brussels or what they enjoy. I really like that part, getting to know
And
people.
thank you. Let's just remind everyone, when is the Brussels Vegan Festival usually?
So we haven't got a date for next year. It's either in May or in September. We're still figuring it out. It's probably going to be September. Yeah, end of September.
Yeah, maybe May is too early due to Corona and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm trying to figure that out. But at least I think we'll do something, even if it's not the festival. I think once we get the opportunity, we'll do something to get people out again.
Do you have any special message for everyone who's listening or watching this about veganism? Something that you want to really say?
I think always the biggest limit is like in our head. Like we kind of stop ourselves already before we begin. We say, I could never go vegan. When people say this to me, I'm like, how do you know? Like, what stops you from trying it and seeing if it suits you? And I think that applies to other parts of life as well, where I'm like, don't say that it's impossible until you kind of try and do it. So I hope for 2021 that people stay positive and hopeful, and that they see that there's still opportunity, there's still things to be done and things to enjoy. So I hope they do that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Leonor, for taking your time and having this interview. I really appreciate it. I think you planted a seed in somebody's head now to go fully vegan. So
I
if you
hope
at least
so.
inspired one person, it's already an achievement.
I hope so. That's what I do it for. Thanks to you. Very nice that you give me this platform,
Yeah,
and
thanks a lot.
I hope we get to connect soon.
Yeah, me too. Me too. If I see you at the festival, I will stop you. I'll say hi. Do you
Yeah,
remember me?
I would love that.
And also, yeah. So see you on Instagram and have a good time in Lisbon
I will. I will enjoy it.
and come back to Belgium.
I'll be there. See you soon.
Okay. Thanks.
Have a
See
nice
you.
end
Bye
of the
bye.
year. Bye bye.
Well, thanks a lot for watching or listening to the episode. My current objective is to switch to at least one vegan day per week. And it's kind of successful, but it's been only a week so far. Please share the episode with your people, with your friends, with someone who you think it might be interesting to. If you liked it, then show it in the comments, and just for fun, place an order with your local vegan place. I'm challenging you. And enjoy it. Bye bye!